Hello, this is William Bowman. I am creating this video for Mr. William Mann over at Above All Tree Service. Thank you very much, sir, for allowing me to record this video for you. I know that you were telling me that your current domain right now is hosted with I believe you said Yahoo, and that you're kind of grandfathered in, and it's causing some issues with you moving over your website. But I wanted to go ahead and show you right now just a couple things that I found on the website. So in order to show you what I found on your website, I want to show you like exactly what you can change in order to get better results. So in order to do that, I want to explain some things so that you're going to have an understanding of how to implement those changes and be able to actually tell when those changes are actually working. Because honestly, I mean, results is what we're after here, right? So I'm going to be covering the volume of clients looking for your services in your specific area, what your top online competitor is doing to win that volume, and things you can do this exact moment on your site to start winning those clients in the future. So to jump in, I took a look at your website. I'm not opposed to your website. Your design. You have information here. Looks like you have a good amount of content, which I don't see very often. It's great that you have as much content as you do. You typically want anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 words on any page that you plan on ranking. It looks like you also have content on the other pages as well. So I want to go ahead and talk about the reason for all of these words is for you to be able to sprinkle in what are called keywords. So keywords are simply just what somebody would throw into Google in order to find your service, right? So if somebody throws in tree service San Antonio, the first thing that they're going to get is they're going to get ads at the top. I'm glad to not see you here at the top, mainly because a lot of people will actually skip these ads, especially for your service industry. I think that the click rate for these is 3 to 5%, I believe, but don't quote me on that one. But a lot of them will just skip past and come straight down to the map pack. So if you do not have yourself set up here in this map pack, I do definitely recommend getting yourself registered. You just go to GMB, it's Google My Business, and you register for this, and it gives you a little point on the map, and it allows you to get reviews. There is a way to optimize this so that you can end up in the top 3. I definitely, for a city like San Antonio, I would definitely recommend that. It does allow you to get a lot more volume. A lot of people see more volume from this than they do from actual ads, so it is worth the time there to get that going. Now I want to come into, this is kind of what I really wanted to talk about here, was the organic search area. So this is where if you search for tree services San Antonio, all of this, you can't pay to be here. You just have to know how to rank your site, how to implement certain things in order to be ranked up higher based on Google's algorithm. So let's look at San Antonio Tree Surgeons, the number 1 competitor. It looks like, they have actually a little bit less information than you do on their content page, on their front page. So that's interesting. But let's look under the hood, right? What are they doing right? What are they doing that's allowing them to get an average of 694 customers coming to their site every single month? Because that's the type of traffic we need, right? So when we look at them, we're seeing that they have a UR of 31. So this is a UR is like your URL rating. It's kind of like the trustability for your URL. So this is on a 0 to 100. The higher the number, the better. A 31 is that's a pretty good number. For being in the first place on the search results for Google. And for a city like San Antonio, I would expect it to be 31 or higher, usually around 35, 40, but 31 is a good number. DR, this is your domain rating. This is actually surprising. This DR is kind of like the power of your site, so to speak. It's like the reputation your site has to throw around on Google and its interconnectivity with other sites. So when we're talking about DR, 0 to 100, I would have expected this DR to be way higher than 2.9, especially for first place. Maybe like 25, 30 minimum. And you want to keep these within thresholds of each other. When they get out of whack, it gets hard to grow both the numbers. So now when we're talking about backlinks here, this backlinks is how to grow these two numbers. So a backlink is simply if I were to be on a blog and were to write a article saying, hey, Above All Tree Services, they were the best in town. Here's a link to their site. And then I were to send a link, put a link in there that sends them directly to your site. That is simply a backlink. So it looks like they have 66 different websites sending a 908 in total. Now, what I do want to notate is quality over quantity. I've seen like 10 or 15 backlinks beat 1,000. It really does depend about quality. So let's go into the actual words that they're getting ranked for. So that we can see the volume that's allowing them to get this amount. So when we pop in here, we're going to see Tree Service San Antonio, 2,500 a month volume is on average searching for this specific keyword, and they're ranked number 1. Now, if we go down San Antonio tree surgeons, not too important to rank for that. That's their specific name. Somebody who throws that in already knows who they're going to use, or already has heard about them and wants to find out more about them before contacting. So then Certified Arborist San Antonio. This is another what we call buyer intent word. So this is a good word to rank for, and they're number 3 for it. But then when you start adding up all of these things, right? 100 here, 150, 100 here, 150 here. You notice I skipped this one because tree companies. I'm sorry, that's a nationally ranked term. So you could find somebody in Illinois looking for tree companies, and it could be in an area you couldn't service. So I like focusing on areas instead of national words like this. It gets you more results. But let's look at, what you guys are doing over here at the site. So if you notice your UR is 23, your DR is 9, these are moving. It seems like that's a little bit out of whack right now, but it looks like you guys are utilizing backlinks in order to grow these numbers, and it looks like your DR is growing. I would recommend quality backlinks over quantity. If we go into this backlink portfolio, you'll see that, a lot of them are no follows. No follows, unfortunately, they don't share this DR ranking. Which is how you really grow this DR fast, is by getting followed backlinks. And if we come down and we notice the portfolio, you're getting a lot of rankings from Russia. Google knows the areas that you're utilizing in order to do backlinks, so they're going to tell, like, hey, what does this Russian company have anything to do with this American tree servicing company? So, and anchors, this is very important. It looks like a lot of your anchors, which is the actual name of the link that's linking from the other site to you, looks like you have above all tree services as the anchor. I would make that a keyword if possible. This doesn't help you with ranking too often. This is something that a lot of people miss whenever they're doing SEO correctly, is get your anchors right. Make it a keyword. Make it something valuable. The name of the company, that's fine, but it doesn't increase your ranking for a keyword. But let's look in the keywords, and we're going to see that, you do have, you are trying to rank for these, but you're ranked 52. So somebody would have to go to like the 6th page of Google in order to find you. Arbor San Antonio, we're looking through all of these and we're seeing that the only issue is that you're not ranking high enough. The only one that you're ranking high enough is above all tree service reviews. 20 people are on average are looking for that, and it's your company name, and you're only ranked 7 on that. So I would recommend definitely, in order to start, you have the content in there, you are putting in the keywords. Maybe focus on some keywords that have less of a KD, which is keyword difficulty, so that you can kind of capitalize on getting to the top quicker for those, but really focus on these backlinks. Get quality backlinks, maybe add some citations to your site, which is getting information on relevant websites that are business related to your industry. And get your GMB. If you don't have your GMB, get that. And that would be it. That would be all of the advice that I have for you. I would love to hear some feedback on what you thought. It looks like you guys have somebody who's been working on the SEO portion. So I'm just curious if this information was useful to you to be able to actually utilize it and implement it. But thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.